Hello everyone, I hope you're all having a great day today, and in this video we're going to be doing a review for the newest Despicable Me movie, Despicable Me 4. And I'll dive into spoilers at a later point in the video, but you'll be warned before I do. So to just start off with kind of the overall review of what works for the movie, what doesn't. First of all, this movie is just a lot of fun. It's very funny. There are a lot of funny moments in it. Very similar to the other movies in the franchise. And I do think they definitely looked at what worked with the other movies, how much Minions should be in it, and all that kind of stuff, so they knew how to best balance out all the different elements. And it also kind of has a little bit of a theme about family and that kind of stuff. It doesn't get too deep, obviously, because this is Illumination. But to be completely honest, that doesn't really matter, at least in my opinion. Like, these movies really have their own distinct style. I think it's okay that they just want to lean into the comedy and all that fun stuff. And there's just a lot of cool action sequences, I guess you would say. All the different characters pop out from one another. They all got these crazy different costumes and schemes, and it kind of actually does dive into like some of the stuff in Gru's past. And to be honest, from the trailers, I thought the villain was kind of just going to be generic, like some of the recent villains in this franchise. It's especially hard to make you really care for a character when they're introduced this late into a franchise, but they actually did a pretty successful job of it. It was a good villain. Obviously, you had Will Ferrell voicing him, and I might as well say it, the rest of the voice cast is also really good, just as usual. Obviously, the movie's not a masterpiece, but it's not trying to be. It's just pure entertainment. But yeah, overall, the characters just feel about right for how they should in this movie. It's a ton of fun. And I do like how the characters kind of have their different little things going on, but at the end it all connects together, except for maybe like a karate sequence. Also, the AVL plays a pretty good role into this story. But to kind of dive into spoilers, you have been warned. I do feel like the way that they used the Mega Minions was a little bit disappointing, because you had all this time of setting the Mega Minions up, and then you have a fun little sequence of them out in the world, and they retire, then they get called out of retirement, and then you think that they're going to have like this big final battle with the Mega Minions. But instead, it's all resolved by Gru, and then they just show up at the last moment to bonk the bad guy on the head a few more times. That was a little disappointing. But otherwise, I didn't really have any big issues with the film. And another big spoiler warning, you have been warned once again. The way the film ends is really interesting. Vector has returned, and so has all the other villains like El Macho and the Vicious Six. Even Dr. Nefario made an appearance. I appreciated that. Gru's brother Drew made a cameo, as well as his neighbor. I would show the footage if I could, but since it just came out in theaters, I would have to like find something someone pirated that probably shouldn't be on the internet because it's in theaters. Now, I do have mixed feelings about this, because in a way, that's just so awesome that they're all there, but at the same time, their comeback, especially Vector's, should probably have a little bit more significance to it than all of them just showing up in like non-speaking cameos. So it probably could have been better in that sense, but at the same time, I love that Vector and all the other villains from all the other movies were back. We did get a short about how he got off the moon, but that ended with him getting on Mars. So don't know how he got off Mars, but somehow he did, and he got captured by the AVL. But anyways, I thought it was a pretty good movie, really funny. It gets the job done at exactly what it's trying to go for. So overall, on the quality scale of 0 to 100, we'll give it a 75%. I thought it was pretty good, and with the way it all ended, it made me curious. It felt like it was like ending it, trying to go full circle with all these villains, like it could be the last Despicable Me movie. But there's just no way that that's happening, because they can keep making money off of these movies. They're not going to stop. But if you've seen it, let me know what you think about it in the comment section down below. And if you haven't, I definitely recommend it if you're a fan of this type of stuff. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.